Okay, so I made a video about this particular Honeywell A.O. Smith water heater. It's gas. Okay, so about resetting it and redoing the pilot light. Okay, with your reset button down there. But if it gets to the point where you're constantly having to reset this thing and it's like going out every hour or so, then you may need to go ahead and pull the burner and check it out, or flush the water system completely. So to get ready to pull this thing out of the burner assembly, you need a crescent wrench or an adjustable wrench, and to take your fittings loose underneath, this plug here just pulls out. Be careful when you're taking these loose not to damage anything, because this whole assembly is going to want to turn, so you want to hold it, okay, while you are taking this loose. And then you have two screws on the bottom that you want to take out. I took this one out already. You want to take this one out. It is a 1/4 inch. That should get that guy out right there. And once it's out, get it all the way out here. All you have to do is pull the burner, break the seal on it. It should pull out. Get this seal broken off here. You might have to drop this bottom piece here. All right, let me work on this. So you literally have to just pull it out to get it out of there. Just pry it on out. Could have just needed to be cleaned. That's a lot of stuff on top of it. Lord have mercy. Okay, so all I had to do was just pry it off to get the seal off and everything. But yes, get all that debris that's in there. So I'm going to take my shop back and clean that up. Okay. Give you a look on the inside here. It looks like. And that is inside the water heater. So the water's inside the tank. Okay. Well, what looked like it's just a bunch of stuff that's just falling off and flaking off. Maybe a coating that was previously on it. All right. So the new assembly should be the same. 16 inches, the replacement one. Yeah, it's a 16. It's a replacement one. The only thing it didn't come with that I need, oh, it did come with a compression nut. Great. Okay, with a compression nut. That's great. So all I need to do is just pop this bad boy in, and it should work great and solve all of my resetting issues. So I was looking at maybe getting a new water heater, but this one, I bought it locally, which ended up being like $115, I believe. Actually, locally, it was $119 locally. But I saw them online for like $80, at a wholesale supply store. But I procrastinated, but it's not bad. It beats the price of a brand new water heater. So now I'm gonna get all this stuff cleaned up, and we're gonna get this one installed, and hopefully she should be good to go. I gotta clean all this stuff up. Got my shop vac, and here we go. Let's clean this up. in all reality, I think that this old one is fine. I think it was just, it's tripping off because it was so dirty in there and it couldn't move air. So if it gets too dirty and you don't have airflow, it's gonna trip off on your high temperature switch, which is what this is. Which I'm all but certain that was the problem, and I probably don't need this. Now, if I had a new gasket, I would put this one on there and put this one back in and see if it works. But I don't. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw the new one in there because I don't have this kind of time. But all right, let's do it. Okay, so when you're molding these, you want to be very careful. Try to shape it the same way as the other one, but bend it so that you don't mess it up. I'm gonna do this with 2 hands. I'm trying to mold it the same, but you bend it carefully. It kind of curves over here. And then it has a straight up. And then it's gonna kind of come way over and then back up. So we'll get it in and then we'll make it work. So let's slide it in. Use that. I guess I gotta get that bottom lip in. So you gotta tilt it up down there. So you gotta tilt it up a little bit. Tilt it up. Get it in. You gotta play with it. Finagle it. All right, so let's get these screws in. What you don't want to do is over tighten these, but just tighten them nice and snug. Get it on there. Now we have to get. Now you don't need to put any type of sealant on here because that's what the flare is for. The flare is for the seal, and then you got this compression nut for the seal as well. Just look at this one. There's no sealant on there. That's corrosion. So over time. All right. So now let's get this fitted on there. This one has to go back. This one goes in here. The big one is easy. We knock that one out. The small one is easy too. You just have to there we go. All right. It's not too bad. I gotta make sure it curves. Get enough up there. Yeah, shit. Gotta go up in there higher. Gonna have to play with it to get it up there. There we go, it's installed. Just make sure when you tighten this up, you could check it for soapy bubbles to make sure it's not leaking. I'm gonna get some soapy bubbles. I'm gonna spray on it to make sure it's not leaking, and then you relight it the same way. You turn it off, and then turn it to pilot, hold it, and then hit that a few times. Just follow the procedure. But she look good. But now I'm gonna check this for soapy bubbles to make sure it's not leaking or anything. It should be good. Alright. So let's go check it. Alright, finally to check it for leaks. Just an old trick if you don't have a spray bottle. Get you a water bottle, put some water about halfway down, poke a hole in the top of it, and now you got your soapy bubble water. Alright, so it's an old HVAC trick. Now I'm just gonna put a little bit of up here just to make sure we are not leaking any gas. If you see bubbles, then you're leaking. If you don't see bubbles, like more bubbles than what you're putting up there, and it should be good. And this is what Hank Hill did not do on the episode where Bill had to save him. He did not check for leaks.